Hey everyone, you are back at my channel. You clicked on this video to watch it. You're watching it now. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and watching it. I really appreciate that. I really do. We're gonna do this basically St. Patrick's inspired makeup look. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Pretty sure it's on the 17th. Or is it on the 14th? 1 second, please. It is on the 17th. Yes. Yes, okay. So St. Patrick's Day, confirmed, is on the 17th. So if you want to do your eyeshadow in homage to St. Patrick, or you like those leaves that have the three, those ones, the clovers, yeah. If you like those and just want to make your eyes the same color, if you like glitter, if you like the color green, watch this video and see how I do my green eyeshadow look. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's going to be St. Patrick's Day on Saturday, 17th. So if you want to see how I did this eyeshadow look, then please keep on watching. So first, to start off this St. Patrick's look, I'm going to use this color called Fickle in the Morphe palette called Dare to Create. I used that in my first eye tutorial. Hopefully this isn't too close for you guys, but I want you guys to be close enough that you can see the action. So I'm going to use this color on a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just going to put this kind of like a transition shade. You don't have to be too precise with this. I'm just gonna put it over here and then in the crease. And so you want to just kind of build this up. I'm not going super heavy with my hand right now. But we will be going in with more product, so you just want to take a little bit at a time. So again, taking more of this Fickle shade and building that up on the outer corner and then in the crease. A good trick is for blending that you want to put the least amount of pressure when you're over here on the outer areas of your eye. I don't know how to say that better, like closest to your eyebrow. You kind of want to have the lightest touch out here, and you can have the heaviest touch, even though you should still be like over here on the brush, not up here all the time, but you can push harder with the brush when you're closer, and then once you get farther and closer to the brow, you lighten your touch, and that makes it really easy and quicker to blend. These eyeshadows in this palette are already really easy to blend, but this is a good trick to use when you're blending your eyeshadow using any eyeshadow colors. So again, I'm taking some more of this Fickle and blending it in the same areas. I don't want to go initially with a lot of color because number one, that's harder to blend, and number two, I don't know if I want that much color. You kind of just have to be patient and build it up to see how pigmented you want this eyeshadow to be. Especially since it's the crease color, you want it to be blended really nicely so that other colors will blend on top of it really nicely. So you want to be careful with this. You don't have to be too precise. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you're blending it, you need to blend it properly and really well so that the rest of your eyeshadow will go on seamlessly and your whole eyeshadow look will be blended and nice when you do that. And I generally like to keep my eyeshadows right where my eyebrow ends, my natural hairs on my eyebrow end. That may be different for people who don't have as many like eyebrow hairs as I do, or they don't go as far out as I do. So then what you can do is you can do it like to your lower lash line. I just think when it goes too far out, then it just looks kind of messy. So one way you can prevent it from going too far is using tape, but that's going to give you a really sharp line, and that's not really what I'm going for. If you want to make sure that you don't go too far, and if you do, you want to clean it up, then you can do your eyeshadow first, and then you can do your foundation and concealer, and you can clean it up. And it's easier to make less of a harsh line with concealer and foundation than it is with tape. Though it's still possible, you can use like a cotton swab to kind of rub it off a little bit and make the line less harsh when you use tape. I find it just easier to not use tape and just clean it up with foundation or concealer. But the choice is yours. So I'm just gonna go, and I'm putting the lightest pressure, like I said, around the edges, and I'm just trying to blend it up as far as I want it. I don't want this green to touch my eyebrow hair. I want to leave a little bit of this white left. That's like my highlight that I put on earlier, because I feel like when it goes too far up to the brow, it looks kind of strange on me, but that's just me maybe. You can do whatever you want, of course. Okay, so now I'm just taking this big fluffy brush. It's Morphe M504, and I'm just blending all the edges. You know me, guys, if you've seen my videos that I do eyeshadow in, I blend so much. So we're blending. And this is gonna make the color fade more because it's such a good blending brush. It just kind of like, it blends so much that sometimes it blends too much, if that makes sense. I mean, you can never really blend too much, but like, you know, it blends a lot, so it just fades the color a little bit. So then after I do that, I like to go back in with that color again and continue to deepen it up. Again, we're using really light pressure when we go farther. You kind of want to taper the pressure that you're using. So hardest pressure right in this area, and then lighter as we go out, especially out here. Very light pressure out here. So I'm really liking this so far. I'm going to do the same to the other eye, and then we'll be back to this eye. Okay, now using the shade called Pine, using the Morphe M507 brush, I'm going to take Pine, like I just said, and I'm going to pack it on this outer V area. Kind of do back and forth motions, kind of like this. And just do this very slowly, take a little bit at a time, and build it up on this outer V. When I say outer V, I mean like this, and then see this makes like a little V. It's like upside down and kind of like to the side. I don't know, makeup terms. So I'm just gonna pack that and then rub it. So we're just kind of using rubbing and then very small circular motions. Again, the same with the pressure, no matter what brush you're using. You use the most pressure when you're closest to the area you want the most product in, which is going to be the V. And then you use the least pressure and feather it out, and you're going farther away from that point. We don't want to take this dark shade all the way into the inner part of our eye. We're gonna keep it in this outer area. Once we have a little bit built up, I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe M433, and I'm actually gonna just take this without any product or whatever is left on the brush, and I'm just gonna blend this darker shade out. This is just to ensure that there aren't any harsh lines. and that we're retaining that smokiness in our eye. I'm just gonna continue to blend this to filth. Blend into your eye hurts. Again, taking more of this pine color. I stop once in a while and look just like straight on and see if I can see the color peeking through, if I can see it. And if I can't, then I build it and I blend it up a little bit further, and then look again, and then blend it up a little bit further if I need to, and look again. It's all about kind of like patience and doing little steps and until it looks the way that you want it to look. So the way that it is now, I can see like a tiny bit of it peeking through when I look forward, but I want to see a little bit more of it, so then I'm going to blend it up a little bit. So the outer portion of your eye should be the darkest and the inner portion of your eye should be the lightest. I kind of like how it is right now, so I'm going to blend it to more. So whenever you go in with smaller brushes, you always want to blend whatever you put on there with the bigger brush that you used for your crease shade. It usually always works. Sometimes it depends on the eyeshadows that I'm using, but for these eyeshadows it's perfect. I want to bring this darker shade a little bit farther in on the lid, so I'm just going to take the small brush that we're using, the Morphe M507, tap it off a little bit, and then bring it inwards a little bit. So another trick that I use, it's kind of just become muscle memory for me, which means it's just kind of like automatic. I do it all the time, is that when I pick up any product on my brush, I tap it off immediately. I mean, obviously you don't have to do it immediately. It's not like a time bomb or something, but you just pick up the product and then you tap it twice or once or whatever you want to do on a hard surface. I always kick off the extra powder on a hard surface and then I apply it to the eye. If you don't do that, you're gonna get a ton of fallout all on your face right here. And I already did my foundation, so it's extremely important that I don't have fallout, because then it's gonna screw up all my concealer and foundation work that I did, and you don't want to do that unless you do. Not really sure who you are or what you're doing with your life, but you know, you do you. But should you though? We're going to keep blending this. We're gonna bring this darker pine green color and we're gonna bring it closer to the inner corner, but not real far in, just a little bit farther, because I feel like it gives it more of a smoky look when it's a little bit farther in. We're not going to take it too far. I think that might be our limit. Blending is life, as is makeup. Usually when you do your crease color, you want to use a bigger, fluffier brush, and then once you get to the darker colors and more detail, you want to go to a smaller brush. If you only have two brushes and one is bigger than the other, you know what to do. So blending is happening at two levels. We're packing and really micro blending with this, and then we're doing the bigger blend with this brush. So right now I'm really enjoying this. You can blend it some more if you're really enjoying it. I like to kind of pull this out a little bit farther. I know on camera it makes it look like there's like this really harsh line right here, but I'm not seeing that. Again, we're using really soft when we're out in this area, because this area can get messy really fast. So we're using very light hand and pressure when we're in this area. And then I'm gonna blend this area a little bit. I'm gonna do the other eye the same way, and we'll be back. So once we're done with that, I'm gonna blend some more. And then once you're done blending with that smaller fluffy brush and the medium fluffy brush, and you go in with the big fluffy brush and you just blend all around the perimeter of your eyeshadow. Kind of staying away from the center because, again, if you do it too much in the center, it'll blend it out so much that the shade will be lighter, and we don't want to do that. We just want it to be blended on the outskirts of town. So after we do that, I'm gonna go in with this Bare Minerals Lasting Line Infinite Sage Long Wearing Eyeliner. That was a lot. And I'm basically just gonna put that in this area where we have no product, and this is gonna be the base for our eyeshadow, our shimmer eyeshadow that we're gonna put there. Make sure you get in your lash line really well. This is kind of a stiff liner to use, but you want something that'll stay. So now for the shade that's gonna go in that area right there, the inner part of the eye, I'm gonna use the Morphe G15 brush, and I'm going to use this really shimmery gold shade, and it's called So Glam. I'm gonna pack that on where we put that liner. So pretty. So glam. Lighter packing over here because we're trying to blend it out, blend it into this darker shade. To make that easier, we can use this fluffy brush that we used for the dark eyeshadow and just kind of rub that around that line right there. And then we can go back in with the gold shade and pat that really lightly again. And then you can go back in with that brush and rub it again. And you can just do this until you're happy with the blend. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and we'll be back. Okay, to make that gold pop a little bit more, I'm gonna use this Stila Gold Goddess Magnificent Metals Glitter Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. That rhymed. I'm just gonna tap this on. Concentrate most of the product on the inner part of the eye, and then make it fade out a little bit when we go out here. Kind of dust off any excess, fall out. Now we're gonna work on the lower lash line. We're gonna do the same things that we did to the upper part of the eye to the lower part of the eye. So we're gonna take a small, but we're gonna do it kind of in reverse a little bit. So we're gonna take this small Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush, that looks like these, and we're gonna pack a darker color on the lower lash line, and then we're gonna blend it out with the lighter color. I'm gonna take this pine color and run it on the lower lash line. Add a little bit more. I'm gonna pull it down a little bit while I'm doing this. This is just to make blending a little bit easier. And then I'm gonna take the Morphe E18, which is a little blending little tiny blending brush. I'm gonna take the color Fickle, and then we're gonna blend that out. Now you can blend as low as you want. I usually kind of blend pretty far down, but not like really far down, because sometimes it makes you look like really tired and dead, and sometimes I'm looking for that, trying to do that, but with this look I'm not trying to do that. So we're just gonna take it down to like where my eye wrinkles stop, and then you can kind of blend that into this corner where you have like the eyeshadow on the top part of your eye meets the bottom. You want to make sure that that's seamless. Now we're gonna build that darker color on the lash line up a little bit again. I'm gonna blend it out a little bit, not too much, just very lightly. And that's what you should have. Okay, so now the last step is I'm gonna take this highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's in the MoonChild Glow Kit, and it's called Lucky Clover. Very fitting for St. Patrick's Day. I'm going to take this on, it's kind of like a generic brush, but it's kind of angled. We just want a small brush to pack this on the inner corner, and then bring it down here a little bit. And this is the same highlight that I used for the rest of my face. So this, and my nose, and my cupid's bow, and my chin, and my forehead, all that. Now I'm just gonna do my eyebrows, and then we're gonna be right back. Okay, so I just put on my brows, lashes, which I only use mascara. I used this MAC in Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. It's just a little biddle. Then for my lips, I used the Vivid Hot Lacquer in 60 Tease. I got this because Manny MUA recommended this, and I was like, gotta get it then. And then I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Undressed Lip Gloss in the corners. So in the center I use this, and then in the corners I use this. So darker in the corners and lighter in the center. If you want to see how I do my eyebrows, I did a tutorial on that, and I will try to link that down below. If you want to see how I do my base, my foundation, my contour, my blush, etc., then I also have a video for that. That will be in my Valentine's Day video, which was my first video that I did. So if you want to see how I did that, you can look at that video. I'll try to link that as well down below. As for this look, it is complete. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Press that subscribe button. We've talked about this a few times now. Pretty sure you know where it is. If you don't know where it is, it's down there. It's down there. It's red. It says subscribe. Pretty straightforward, you know, like you press it and then good things happen, like you see my videos. If you want to be updated and know when I have new videos out, then press that bell button, you know, like Taco Bell, but not. It's down there. It's a bell. It's like does things. It lets you know that I posted, or no, I published a new video. Not posted, published. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, press all that. Press all the buttons. Press them now. Press it. Press it. I'm looking at you. You right there. You know you want to subscribe to me. I mean, why wouldn't you? Come on now. Press it. Just press the buttons. Press all the buttons. Except for that button. Don't press this button. Press this button. After you press all the buttons, that's all I have for you guys. I will see you guys on the next one on Sunday at noon. I always post Sunday at noon. I post on Sunday at noon, so I don't know how many more times I could say that, but if you didn't already know, I post on Sundays at, what? Noon. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a haircut, yo. Look at it. Panorama. Panorama. Ah! Give me a thumbs up if you like this hair. I fucking love it, dude. This is lit. If you want to get hair like this, go see David Bovadilla. Go see him. He's amazing. He's at Salon Argent in Salem, Oregon. Look at this hair. It's only 25 bucks. Really? Can you beat that shit? No. The answer is no. That's the answer you were looking for. No. Please go eat food. Please go take care of yourself. Do homework. Do whatever you need to do to stay alive and be successful. Goodbye. Hey guys. Whoa. Payday's tomorrow though. That's all that matters. I think I'm gonna get Costco pizza today. Because I'm gonna get these gel pens. And they're at Costco. Inside of the eye. We want to smoke. Just kidding. We don't want that. Oh, ticks off. It ticks it off. It's mad. I'm just gonna start this over because I can't do this right now. But I need an actual mirror to see my life. I can't do that. The way that I say things sometimes, it's like boom, boom. Forget that ever happened. Fun fact, you actually have two tear ducts. One up here, one down there. I'm pretty sure the one down here is actually for draining, not for tears. The one up here is for tears. I know this because my allergies get so bad that sometimes my draining tear duct gets clogged and then I get eye infections and stuff. So that's fun, but I don't know why I thought that was necessary information for you guys to know, but oh, you guys probably couldn't see that. Look at it, look at it, look at the hair, look at the hair, look at the hair, look at the hair, look at the hair. Yes. Okay. Yes. 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 Bye.